What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel here in not so sunny Florida at the moment. I hope everyone's having a good day, and I hope everyone's ready for the weekend. We're getting closer and closer. Wanted to take the opportunity, the chance to welcome you to my channel, and hope that you would give me like a thumbs up, maybe even a subscribe. If you could, that would be great. Really helps my channel, really helps the cause. I've talked the past couple of times in my videos about savings, and one of the things I wanted to address today is it's tough to save money. It's not always the easiest thing in the world to find those dollars to put in savings. So with that being said, I wanted to give a couple of tips, a couple of pointers. I'm a random guy on YouTube, so I don't have all the answers, but I hope that you can find some value from this, and maybe you could take this action and have a little bit extra to put in savings. Whenever we're looking at our budgets, I know it's always hard to find money to put in savings. That's what I certainly found for myself. Whenever you're trying to build an emergency fund, and you're trying to also in the meantime take care of your kids and your family, making sure the bills are getting paid, and finding that money to put in savings and that little extra to put towards debt can certainly be challenging. So I hope that some of these ideas will be able to benefit you and your family in some way. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with these tips. In the past, my wife and I would go into the Walmart or the Publix or the Winn-Dixie, and we would literally lose our shirts with how much money we would spend. So one tip I have, what we have found here recently, is to order online. Go online. It's so much simpler. It saves just an amazing amount of time and energy. Literally, I love it. I pull up, we may have to wait a few minutes, we check in, they bring it out, it's all taken care of. I come home, my kids help load everything up, we put everything in the freezer, and we're done. So getting back to the savings piece of it, I don't know about you, but when I go in a Winn-Dixie or a Walmart or a Publix or someplace like that, I never ever get just what I had intent on getting. The store layout is actually psychologically rigged that you're going to get something else that later you look at it and like, well, what the heck did I get this for? What was I even thinking? So I would encourage you to shop online. It's wonderful. The day and age we live in, it cuts down a lot on the contact, which also I feel is very beneficial. Wonderful. The second tip I have is to use coupons. Me and my wife over the past several years have really gotten a lot better and at looking for coupons, looking for the discount, using Rakuten, utilizing Ibotta. These are sites that will help you find money. If we're going to order something from online, we look for some kind of coupon code. Guys, look for the coupons. A third tip I have, recently I've had to work on some of my vehicles. I use YouTube. I go on YouTube and figure out how to fix it myself if I'm able. Now, I'm also not going to take the chance I'm going to break and mess anything up and make myself a worse expense than what it would have been. Change your own oil. It's huge. Me and my family, we have 2 vehicles. An average savings of $30 in oil change. If I do it myself, huge, $30. I mean, who doesn't want an extra 30 bucks? Which in my case, 60 bucks every 3.5, 4 months. It's a savings. LED lights. This is something I am exploring. I have not done it. From my understanding, if you can take 5 of your most used lights in your home and switch over to LED, it's something like in the neighborhood $45, $55 a year savings, which can be huge. When you take these things, any one of them alone is not going to save a lot of money, but whenever you take them and add it to that, it really starts to add up. You have your own set or you should, or that's the hope, that with a budget you would have an amount, preferably 10%, that you could put in savings and in a high yield savings account like SoFi or Ally or, you know, Live Oak Bank. But whenever you can put that 10% and then you look at how much you can save, you can cut here and there. You try to add as much to it as you can. In my case, recently with this vehicle issue that's come up, and you know, having to get into the savings, we got to look where we can cut other places, because I really, you know, I'm interested in building it back up. Whenever you have a vehicle expense that comes up like that, and you've had to dip into your savings, or any kind of issue, it was a true emergency. We have to be able to get to work. So those were, and it was one of the things that I can't, you know, go on YouTube and fix. It's very complex. It was above my, you know, sometimes you know your limitations, and that wasn't me. So with that being said, I have to look at what can I do to quickly build the savings back up. And one of the things is looking at your debt. You know, we've been attacking debt, so I may have to back off a minute on paying off that debt, so that I can, of course, build the emergency fund back up. But oh, how nice it is to be in a situation like that and not panic. You know, we have that savings there for a reason, and this definitely qualified as an emergency. So it was easy peasy just to slide it over, get it taken care of, no stress, no worries, and, you know, develop a plan on how to, you know, make a little adjustment, build that savings back up. I believe on an earlier video I mentioned this as a savings. This is another tip I have. The make your own laundry soap. Now, my wife has done this a few times, but this time she got really excited about it. We also have homemade fabric softener. We also have homemade dishwasher detergent. We've had a chance to try all, and to be completely honest with you, I can't tell a difference. It's wonderful. From what she explains to me, it looks to be about $30 a month savings. So when you take the $30 savings here and there, and you take the, you know, the oil changes, you take all these things, what we can save on groceries, what we save by not going in a store, you know, any one of those by itself is not really, you know, that grand. But when you look at it, big picture, that's a lot of dang savings, you know. And then you take what you're already adding anyway with that, and it can make a huge difference, guys. You put it in there, and remember, savings is not, we're not savings for retirement with these things. We're keeping ourselves from having to run out and make a big expenditure all at once because of a situation. We call it an emergency. And so we're trying to save ourselves a lot of headache in the long run, and, you know, wonderful to have it there. We're trying to, I believe I've mentioned this before, avoid a situation where we have a tree fall on our house, and then what are we going to do? How are we going to handle this? And instead of having panic attacks and being in a situation, we're ready for that emergency. So these are the things that were on my mind the past couple of days. I talked in depth about the savings account, the need for a savings account, but, you know, it occurred to me we really didn't talk a lot about with a budget. If you have a lot of money and it's already dedicated to bills and things that come up, it makes it really difficult to save money. So my first thought would be to save as much as you can whenever you look at your bills and you plan out your budget, groceries, utilities, getting you back and forth to work, those kind of things. Figure how much you can save, and then take any little nuggets of advice, take it for what you will. It's a random guy on YouTube, but take those savings, not going out to eat for lunch, looking for the cheaper gas. Amazing how much you can save just by looking for the cheaper gas at gas stations. I mean, fill ups, save $5, $6, $7 on a fill up. Do that a few times a month. I mean, it's not a lot, but guys, over a period of 6 months, 8 months, a year, it adds up. The oil changes, you know, some of these may not be for you, but try some of these. There's lots of other tips out there. Some of you probably have great ideas. I can't believe, Steve, you didn't mention whatever. Be sure to put that in the comment, because I'd love to hear it. If there's any other ideas, hey guys, I'm all about it. I'm all about some saving some money and, putting that out there for ideas. These are a few of the ones that, we've been trying lately, or we're looking to try soon. I hope that you guys find some value in this. I would love for you to subscribe, give me a like. If it's awful, give me a thumbs down, but please tell me why. If you got great ideas, I'm honestly wanting to hear them. I'm trying to better my family, myself, and then in the meantime, if I'm able to help someone else, I'm all about that too. So with that being said, I'm in this Florida heat in this Florida truck. Been sitting here 10 minutes, way too long. Believe I'm gonna head for the house. It's asked a lot of times, why are you doing videos outside? I love outside. I really do. I think we're about to face a Florida thunderstorm here in a sec, so I'm probably headed in. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, great week, and that's all I got. Toodles.